live streaming today. WNRN in-studio session. In Your Ear is where we are in Richmond, and it's in anticipation of Shockoe Records and 804 Day. You can learn more at shockoerecords.com/804day. I'm Jeff Sweatman, and we appreciate you so much tuning in, whether it's the live stream, whether it's WNRN.org, or on the good old FM dial as well. We'll have this airing soon. We're going to check in with Bucko. We just had a great session with Høly River. And up next, we're going to hear some tunes from REIN. Let's give it up for REIN, REIN out of Richmond.
Thanks for having me. I'm feeling all these things with you. I'm feeling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm feeling all these things, but honestly, I think that you're the one. And don't turn off the lights. And I'm so terrified to leave it all behind. And I'm losing control. In the place here, I just need some time. Need some patience to stop saying no. The world is so unfair. And I know I've been wrong, but I'm dying to sing a different song. I'm trying, but tell me, baby, where has this to been? Feeling all these things with me. You're feeling hate and loving. You're feeling all these things, but honestly, you don't like what you see. I'm sorry that I chased you when I was alone. It's not the thing I ever wanna do. It's just 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And I'm losing control. In a place here, I just need some time. Some patience to stop saying, oh, the world is so unfair. And I know I've been wrong, but I'm dying to sing a different song. And I'm trying to stop saying, oh, my heart is unfair. Tell me, baby, where has this you? Where has this you been? I'm feeling all these things with you. I'm feeling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm feeling all the things, but honestly, I think that we should. I'm losing control. In a place here, I just need some time. Some patience to stop saying, oh, the world is so unfair. And I know I've been wrong, but I'm dying to sing a different song. And I'm trying, but tell me, baby, where has this you? Where has this you been?
All right, that's the sound of REIN, REIN, in Richmond, in your ear studios, and they'll be joining us on the WNRN Stage at 804 Day coming up August 2nd here in Richmond. And Jordan, go ahead and introduce your bandmates here, who you've got playing alongside you, power
Yes.
trio style.
Absolutely. So my name is Jordan. I got my twin brother on the drums, Parker. I promise we are twins. We get this all the time. Very fraternal. And then we have Maddox Bruce on the bass. And shout out Peter Wellman and Jeremiah. Sometimes we gotta, strip it down. Sometimes we gotta get the whole band. But yeah, that's everybody involved.
Okay. And let folks know your background a little bit. I love how I feel like you might be in a very small percentage of kids who get a guitar for the holiday season and didn't necessarily ask for it. Is that the story?
That's exactly the story, yeah. Shout out to my grandfather, granddaddy. Talk to you right here. I got he was a liquor broker and he had this Jägermeister guitar, and it was a little concerning to go in a guitar center for lessons with a 14-year-old with a Jägermeister guitar. But I didn't ask for it, but I immediately fell in love in a crazy way, and it's honestly the reason why I'm standing here today. The reason why it's changed my life forever, in a big way. So
that's very cool. And I feel like I've read about you referring to yourself as a creative more than just a musician. You've got a bunch of different projects. Are you still going to VCU, or are you done with your college days?
We're all out of VCU now.
Okay.
Still in the Ramley,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, how did that kind of get going in your mind, and moving forward as maybe more to it than just a band and writing songs and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I started off business school thinking it'd be like, oh, let's create like something new or a new product, and it wasn't that at all. And I was like failing Excel and Microsoft Word classes. And then I had to like make my own interdisciplinary degree, which is really cool, and I recommend it for this non-traditional education, especially in college. And I was doing, actually another reason why I'm here is because I took the media production course, which is Carlos. Shout out. And I met Carlos, and Parker was also in it, and I did cinema and improv, and it just kind of like helps me build my creative career. Been on like a lot of different creative avenues, and yeah, it's been really nice to have this project be more holistic this year with the album, and it's been a huge process, bigger than I ever anticipated it would be. But we're finally releasing our first stuff, so it's super exciting.
Very cool. Yeah, let us get another song here. Which one did you want to do next for us?
This next one's called Fantasy off the album.
All in my songs, the nightmare that you choose. And now I'm waking up to every time I look at the clock, we're out of time. You should have took a mental picture. I leave your bed to clear like a fool. And you say that the time is a child. I wasn't meant to be stuck inside your fantasy. I wasn't meant to be stuck inside your fantasy. I wasn't meant to be stuck inside your fantasy.
Very nice. That's REIN here on WNRN and in studio session at In Your Ear in Richmond for 804 Day coming up on August 2nd. Now, I'm sure, Jordan, you're not the first guitarist to be influenced by Eddie Van Halen, but you've got kind of an interesting connection there. Did you get to meet him at one point, or what's the story there?
I got to meet his son. We went in, I think it was 2012, I think. And I like played the guitar a little, you know. I played the guitar a lot. And then we saw Van Halen. We got to meet Wolfie Van Halen. And then at sound check, and just like, I mean, it's just a totally different experience. Like you listen to it, and then you see like thousands of people come in, and you see you hear the volume, and you hear everyone's like, I mean, there's like decades of legacy that people are coming to, you know. And it's just the amount of power and artistry. I just have never experienced that, and that changed. And then like I was up all night for the next 3 years, like learning Eruption and all the. So yeah, it like definitely put a lot of fuel on the fire for me. Yeah.
Well, and of all the bands to watch a sound check, I'm sure that was probably pretty fascinating. Were they talking at all amongst themselves, or was it pretty loose? Or
they were. I mean, they were pretty dialed in by then. Okay. They had it down to a science. But it was just cool to watch. Like, what I love about Eddie is like the joy of guitar. Like you can tell how much he loves it, and that's like what I aspire. That's what we all aspire to. And like this band is like taking our technical ability and like showing how much fun we can have with it. And try to put them in great songwriting, and give it to more people.
Yeah, yeah. And at some point, you went out to L.A., right, and got to play at the Whiskey A Go Go. How did that go?
I did. I got to. It was a crazy call, but I got to play with Ricky Rocket at the Whiskey A Go Go. Got to front and do what I do. I got to meet Richard Fortas from Guns N' Roses. I got to meet John 5 from Motley Crue, and Jennifer Batten was Michael Jackson's touring guitarist, and it was just so cool. I was so young. I was like missing finals for it. I was like, this is awesome. I was like, this is the best. I almost missed graduation because of it. I was like, I don't even care. And that was a life-changing experience because I put so many hours on the guitar, and like to have them like me playing in the lesson room, and Gary Høly is one that stands out, another great guitarist. But I was like playing, and then he was leaving, and then it was at the end of the night. He didn't have to be there any longer. His like contract was over, and he got paid. And he like turned around and was like, huh, and stuck around and got to know my story and liked my playing, So it was cool just to get their blessing, Yeah. Because there's not a lot of. Back in the day, bands used to cut their teeth doing 20,000 hours of bar gigs, and now you don't necessarily have to do that again. But we have, played Wagon Wheel in Sweet Home Alabama, and also like fun, like Bon Jovi, everything from Bon Jovi to, Sweet Caroline to,
Yeah.
So.
Did they give you any tips like how to navigate the industry, or was it just kind of a fun experience to play?
Less like that, more just like confidence, And that was nice just to see them be like, you're doing good, don't stop,
Cool.
Which sometimes you just, as an artist, you just need that sometimes,
Yeah,
so just to have people that are like, just keep going, And I'm still in touch with them. Like I did the anthem at the Squirrel Stadium a week ago or something, and Gary Høly commented and was like, "This is one of the best versions I've ever heard." I'm
Oh,
like,
nice.
That's like huge. That's like fire. That's like pure fire that I can, channel. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let folks know some of your highlights of the year so far and what you got coming up next.
So since February with Shockoe Records, I've been recording my first album, and I've been doing this for a long time. And we've all been doing these bar gigs, and they take a lot of energy, And so I've been able to like get in the craft with Tom. Shout out Tom. Shout out everyone at Shockoe Records for letting me do this, and really just develop the songs of my dreams, the sounds of my dreams, it really like taking it to the edge of like what I think is like the limits of me emotionally and technically, and I'm really, really proud of everything. And it's finally coming out, like I said, and it's amazing to share it. It's been an uncomfortable few months being like, I know what I have, but like it's like, does anybody know? Like nobody knows. It's so hard to sit on your art like that for so long and be your own critic. But I'm excited for it to be shared.
Very cool. Where is the best place for folks to keep in touch with you online?
Facebook and Instagram is rein.rocks, REIN.rocks, and you can find me, capital REIN, on Spotify, and sometimes Get You Back plays on WNRN, which is super awesome. Yeah.
Nice, indeed. Well, we're thrilled to have you part of the WNRN Stage on 804 Day coming up August 2nd. More at shockoerecords.com/804day. And you want to take us out with one more? What's this one called?
This one's called Thinking of You. This is the first single off the album that's coming out the day before 804 Day. So super excited to get it out. And also, Dan, I have a little more guitar on my monitor. I'm going to be a guitarist right now. Just a little bit more volume. Just one little.
Another hour. I can't tell if I've ever been this confused, and suddenly I'm turning sour to everybody but you. I just can't help it when my heart starts beating like I could ever choose. I know the fantasy that you've been thinking, and I got nothing to lose. With the warmth of the night and the hum of the parking lights, it's the blue, stormy skies. Nothing ever seems to make any sense, but I'm still thinking of you. Baby, I don't know what to think, because you're messing me up, you're shutting me down, you're making this whole city the talk of the town, and I'm still thinking of you. No, and I shouldn't, but I always do. You turn my head like a slasher. Hate scary movies, but I'm dying to see how this ends. This ain't no happy ever after. I'm just doing it again. There's the warmth of the night and the hum of the parking lights. It's blue, stormy skies. Nothing ever seems to make any sense, but I'm still thinking of you. Baby, I don't know what to think.
Thank you so much. Parker Reinick on the drums, Max Bruce on the bass. Hi, Peter and Jeremiah and Pete and Roan and Tom and Shockoe and Mom and Dad.